Yeah, my screen.
Okay, let me turn off the music. All right, 1 minute early, but that's never hurt anyone. Let's see if I can talk slow and maybe we get exactly to 2. I see Clement is extremely excited. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for coming. Really means a lot to us. Mostly during the summer and on Saturday. This is awesome. Hello, Casey. Okay, it's 2. Um, awesome. Let me also actually start my video. Okay, cool. You guys can see me. Well, hello everyone. My name is Lazaro. I was the vice president for DSC FIU, but now since there is new leadership, I am going to be a tech lead. But I just want to start this amazing workshop off just by saying, first off, thank you to all of you guys who showed up for liking the live stream. It means a ton to us. There's currently 17 of you here. 10 of you have hit the like button. That is absolutely beautiful. And I also want to say thank you to Irem for doing this. Everyone absolutely loves you. You're a genius when it comes to anything with AI, machine learning, computer vision. So having you come back and do another workshop from the bottom of the hearts, we really want to say thank you and that we really appreciate it. So yeah, Irem, that is pretty much everything I want to say for me. If you're ready, you can go
Yeah,
ahead and
I'm
take
ready.
it away. Okay,
I'm
perfect.
ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm super excited. And 1 minute. Okay, thank you everyone. I see super energy and I hope it will be great bootcamp for everyone. And this is second presentation with DSC Florida International University. And I love this team really. And thank you for everything. Thanks for coming in this presentation. And firstly, let me introduce myself, and then I will give bootcamp detail. I am Irem, and I graduated in computer engineering, and I choose the field that's computer vision. And currently, I am working on remote sensing data and for computer vision, and I love this field. This broadcast will DSC team and I worked with GDG for a long time, and now I am organizer GDG Istanbul and Women Tech Makers Istanbul, and really we have great team. And and I see my presentation slides. Yeah, and I am in TensorFlow Turkey core team, and if you interest TensorFlow, you connect with me and invite for our events. And if you want to connect with me, you can visit my website and you can see my all social media account and my all contact addresses, my website. Okay, yeah. We planned 3-week bootcamp, and this is the first week, and this bootcamp goal is to be zero the hero. Why zero the hero, or what means zero the hero? We wanted that as if you will start on deep learning project and you don't know that if you don't have how you start, and we will give this. And what we give you with this bootcamp and how you start, which environments, applications, models, language, terms, and more should you use. And popular libraries for deep learning processes, deep learning, convolutional networks, image processing, source suggestions are this week's subjects. And next week, we will talk about TensorFlow codes, models, deep learning projects, and GitHub, and segmentation code practice, and more are next week's subjects. And today, it will probably take 40 or 50 minutes. And I hope it will be good presentation for everyone. And I think let's start. Wow. Of course, firstly, we should understand these terms. It is important to understand this. If you improve yourself in this area, you can see all these terms and all these fields. And actually, this is one workspace for artificial intelligence. And basically, we should have basically 3 or 4 base fields, and artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data. And I will talk about these terms on next slide. But now I want to show these workspaces, and actually artificial intelligence has many areas more than what you see here. But now you are seeing most popular fields in screen. And example, computer vision, natural language processing are so popular. And this bootcamp will be for all these field bases, but especially examples will develop in the field of computer vision because my field is computer vision. Yeah. And now let's start for terms, and I will go through these AI terms fastly. Artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human. Yeah, human. Actually, I imagine the human when I train the model. Please, you imagine it too. Example, you train the computer vision model. And if you want to results good detection, you must think computer like human. It's so important, I think. And when I do this, I get good results, usually. And that all these terms are machine learning, deep learning, and these fields part of artificial intelligence umbrella. And advances in the field of artificial intelligence are largely dependent on deep learning. And actually, in the last 10 years, there have been advances in artificial intelligence thanks to deep learning. And next slides, we will see other terms with detail. And now machine learning example, and an easy example of machine learning algorithm. Actually, it was a gift, but now not working. Okay, not problem. Machine learning example, and actually an easy example of machine learning, email services. Yeah, and email services use machine learning to filter incoming emails. Users can train their spam filters by marking email as spam. And basically, we give input mathematical operations and expect prediction output, and we deepen in the deep learning. And this is machine learning. And now, let's go to depths of deep learning now. And you see deep learning neuron. I passed quickly previous terms because this bootcamp for deep learning, and our main term is deep learning. And I will explain with detail on deep learning, and next week we will build models with this week's deep learning base. So deep learning base and this week so important for real projects. Now you are seeing one neuron and human brain neuron. The neuron we saw in biology classes. Yeah, and we all know the neurons. Actually, we're using the neuron simulation for deep learning. And one neuron has dendrites, cell body, axon, and more. And like that, we use input, hidden layer, bits, and more in deep learning. When building a deep learning model, we have to think of a group of neurons side by side. Yeah, side by side neurons, and this creates organization in layers. And now you are see input, hidden layers, output layer, weights, and more create one organization, and we can use that. And we will look in more detail and usage example. It's classification example with layers. Now you are see inputs, and input is cat and dog in here. And I said cat and dog, but we are talking about a large number of cats and dogs. And output could be cat or dog result and train process thanks to neurons and layers. Of course, we have various deep learning algorithms and models. And even usually our deep learning work with model, and model creates map for us. Yeah, model creates map for us and usually makes our work very easy thanks to these networks and models. And you see now, and you can do different projects from different fields with these models. You can see here every network is a different algorithm, and it can be different process and projects. Actually, although the basis is the same, routes in the projects are different. It's so popular and easy example, but natural language processing and computer vision projects are example of that. And imagine, please, basis is the same, but process and requirements are different. So we need different network. For example, this is CNN algorithm example, convolutional neural network algorithm example. And convolutional network is one of the most popular network. And usually we use this algorithm for computer vision operations, so popular. And as I said, that's one of most popular and base algorithm. And we can create model with use the convolutional network. And convolutional network contains various different layers, straight, padding, flattening layer, and you see on the screen. And I will talk about detail in convolutional network features. But I can say that a convolutional network contains the you see on the screen, and our models and training process develop with algorithms. For example, this is convolutional networks example, and you see here convolution after pooling, after fully connected layers, and after results. And we've seen aptly these steps in convolutional networks for two examples on the screen. Convolution after pooling, after fully connected layers, and result. And you are seeing now two examples. And fully connected. We make different convolution filter, pooling steps, and then we have one like matrix. And please imagine, actually we convert the matrix to a vector. convert the matrix to a vector. Finally, we use fully connected layer, and we use it to reduce size in deep learning model in pooling. There are methods such as max pooling and average pooling. And usually max pooling and average pooling are most preferred in CNN. It reduces the height and width information by keeping the number of channels of the input matrix constants. And it's a step used to reduce computational complexity. And as the name suggests, while the largest value is selected in max pooling, the average value is taken in average pooling and most preferred in CNN algorithm for pooling. Another convolution layer. We are actually talking about a filtering process, and we extract features with filters, and so filters are so important for us for image features. And we have many different filters, and these filters may differ depending on our data sets and processing. And weights, I think, so important for us. One of the most important criteria for our training process, and we start the training process with a weight, and we start the training process with a weight, and we can update the weight in every epoch. You see at the bottom of the slides, there is a plus bias value. Can you see here? Plus bias, and so weight cannot be zero. And weights are located between each cell, and you can see, and during the update, the previous and next weights are processed and the updates is made. And weight is so important for us. And other important features, I think, data augmentation. Actually, augmentation is not necessity for training for us, but augmentation generally affects our results positively. And quantity and diversity for data are important to most machine learning models, and sometimes our data may not be of good quality. And we could need to good and quality data. In such cases, we can use data augmentation technique, and we can make various techniques specific to the original image. Flip, rotate, crop, and more. And you can see on the screen is actually example. But we have various data augmentation techniques. And create a little baseline model, and really it's so base model. Actually, during the boot camps, we will talk about this baseline model, and because this will be base for us, really base. Let's interpret together and this baseline model. First, we start data, and data is important, and it is important to understand the data, and we prepare and split data. And if we data ready for process, we can start training and other processing. And then various process after we start training, and then we get results. And we want to evaluate our results if we have if we have good result, we can model save and we can use baseline model. Actually, this is general baseline model, and I will talk about this baseline in next week, because we create and learn deep learning in real projects, and so baseline model is so important. But I will talk about this baseline in next week for TensorFlow. Now, frameworks. Yeah. We can use various frameworks for deep learning and machine learning process. TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch are just some of the frameworks. And this bootcamp will be processed specifically with TensorFlow and Keras. And I want to put a statistic here. And you can see the most used frameworks here. And as you see, Keras, TensorFlow, and PyTorch are most popular frameworks. By the way, I'm talking about two different frameworks as TensorFlow and Keras, but especially with TensorFlow 2.0, TensorFlow and Keras merged, and now we can use TensorFlow and Keras together. If you're going to go to deep learning, I recommend you to research the frameworks I have listed. But as I said, we will see especially TensorFlow and Keras in this bootcamp. And I can say that based on my experience, I see PyTorch a lot, especially in academic studies. And I have seen more Keras and TensorFlow in startups than PyTorch. And I want to say as footnotes. Another heading. Some most popular and useful Python libraries. We write various codes for deep learning operations. For example, preparing data, reading data, visualizing data, listing the results, and more. We use some libraries for process. Of course, there are such libraries not only Python, but also for other programming language. But I wanted to give popular libraries used with Python here, because Python is most used programming language in deep learning processes, and therefore Python libraries are included here. I will go into some more detail on these libraries in future slides, and our aim is to draw a path for beginners. I hope you love it. The first library I will introduce is NumPy. We can do mathematical operations with NumPy, and NumPy allows us to work with multidimensional arrays and metrics, and NumPy makes it easy to manipulate large data sets. And it's executed more efficiently and with less code. It's so important, less code and efficiently than is possible using Python's internal threads. And I think the library you will hear the most in the fields of data science, and deep learning and machine learning area. Yeah, another library, Pandas. We talk about the importance of data and what can we do with Pandas and what is Pandas. Open source data analysis and manipulation tool, and Pandas using Python programming language. And it is used to open files and to easily reach the desired results by reading the data in it And in other words, thanks to pandas, we can open an Excel file and select a column or row in it and perform an operations. Pandas is also optimized for speed, again, so important speed, and can be processed very quickly. And with pandas, you can do many things you can think of successfully and with a few lines of code. And you are seen here reading data and listing in data. Another library, scikit-learn. Scikit-learn is one of the most widely used Python packages for data science and machine learning. Really algorithm library. Data processing, model selection, regression, classification are among the things to do with scikit-learn, and this is scikit-learn example. And data visualization tool library, Matplotlib. It's a basic Python library again, and it allows us to make 2 or 3-dimensional drawings. And for example, let's give an example. We did a training and we see the results of this in a sequential and long way. And it is difficult to see and interpret this, and we may want to visualize the results, and then we can use Matplotlib. I think it's very functional library and so easy. Well, Tensor, OpenCV, and really it's a library that is used in all image processing process and is the pioneer of these fields. I guess OpenCV comes to mind when it comes to image processing or computer vision. So popular library for image processing. Applying various operations to the data prepare for data for training can be with OpenCV. For example, again, please imagine we want to read data in a different format, and we read data, then we want to change the channels of visual data, and changing the order of color channels, add color channels, remove color channels, and even training is possible with OpenCV, and so useful library, especially for image processing and computer vision area. And then deep learning working environments. In this section, I will environment for deep learning process. And as I said that, thinking like you are starting a project from zero, we want to give everything for zero to hero. In which environments can we develop deep learning projects? Local environments, cloud environments, computer needed, and more. I have more different choice. And your resources, needs, and cost are very important here. We often need good computers to do deep learning operations, and computing processes, memory, networks require powerful computers, and powerful computers so important for deep learning projects usually, yeah. And in order to use the GPU on our computer, we need to do some setup first. CUDA or cuDNN are one of them requirements, and when performing high operations with GPU or TPU, we can make different working environment choices. For example, if we make process in local computer, we can make this process in Anaconda Navigator. Navigator has many different developments environments. Spider, Jupyter Notebook, and more come with Anaconda Navigator. And actually, Anaconda Navigator is based for us for deep learning and data process and machine learning. We can install or uninstall library, or we can open the development environment, or we can create new working area that is environment, and we can do all these operations with Anaconda Navigator, and so useful and needed. When I talking about Anaconda Navigator, I was talking about the Spider. Especially data operations are very easy with Spider, and you are seeing now Spider work with data, and it looks so good and easy for especially data and machine learning operations. And my favorite is Jupyter Notebook, and I think it's so useful and have an easy front. If you don't want to get lost in hundreds of lines of code, I think Jupyter Notebook is a good choice, because you are seeing now we can create cells and we can group to our codes, and this process make it easy to our processes. And by the way, I forgot one note. At the same time, we use the Jupyter Notebook for special notes, presentation sources, and because we add heading and looking good notes, and these features make preferred on Jupyter Notebook. And one of the cloud environments is Amazon Web Services. You want to deep learning operations, and maybe your computer is not suitable for this. Maybe your computer maybe you may want to use ready-made tools for your process, and you may have codes that you want to access from anywhere. And cloud ML environment is pretty good for such cases. And one of these cloud environments is Amazon Web Services, and also offers us ready-made tools. And Google Colab, maybe next week we can practice on Google Colab. Maybe we can practice on this. And with Google Collaboratory, you can develop deep learning applications using Keras, TensorFlow, and PyTorch on the free powerful GPU or TPU, and it's free and most useful. Another Azure, actually quite similar to Amazon Web Services, and Azure also provides us with ready-made tools, and these tools make our work very easy, and these tools and working environments are offered free of charge and paid, and one of the alternative for cloud environments. And I want to suggest resources, and generally came question that how I started deep learning, or I started deep learning, but I don't know that how I continue this, and more like this question. And I want to give many suggestion sources in this part. And one first suggestions about deep learning book, and of course deep learning book world have more than from what I showed. But but I read this book, and I think these two books are suitable for all levels. And because this book have various topic and have real rudiments, and it may be bedside book for deep learning. And here, other suggestion, other suggestion for those who want to improve themselves in this field. I think, I'm not sure, Coursera machine learning course is one of the best known quality courses, and this course given by Andrew Ng and most popular. You can also find many quality courses on Coursera. And Kaggle, I think Kaggle is good platform for every level. Why? Kaggle contains various data sets, challenges, and codes, and you can join the challenges on a current topic with Kaggle, and these challenges develop you technically, and you can join teams with these challenges, and you can get data sets on various subjects. And Kaggle is one of the most important platforms where you can improve yourself. And actually, that's all I have to say for this week. And today, I want to create a base for beginners. I want to ask something. Would you like me to share the presentation slides with you? Waiting for your message, YouTube message right now. And anyways, thank you for DSC FIU team and dear listeners. Really, I work with great team, and thank you for everything. Thanks for coming in this presentation. Next week, we will continue deep learning bootcamp, and we will talk about TensorFlow features, functions, deep learning model with TensorFlow, and usage, TensorFlow Hub, TensorFlow Lite, and more are next week's subjects. And today we thought you are just getting started with deep learning and coding, and we will cover more deep topics next week. And you can follow the announcement, please. If you have any question, please connect to me on my social media, my and like personal blog, and please ask all question, and I will wait for it. And thank you again. Actually, I could not hear you, and if you have question, please connect with my social media and my email addresses you can see here. If you want, we finish that. It's okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm so excited.
no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I just want to say thank you guys who stayed all the way to the end. Irem, you absolutely killed that. That was an amazing presentation, like always. But I want to highlight next week, Irem is going to be giving another workshop. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. So if you guys like this, then make sure to come to next week. Check it out. We're going to be getting into some more deeper things and more in depth. So yeah, thank you guys, all of you who came out. Do you have anything else you want to say, Irem?
No, thank you. Thank you for listeners, and thank you.
All right. Bye.